Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I want to show you a simple transition that I have done in a song. This song is not released and it's more a concept piece in general, but I think it's really cool and I think learning transitions is a very important thing. So let me open up my project here, full screen. So here we are. Here's my project, and what I'm going to do first is just play the intro so you hear what that is. So the intro, we start with hi-hats. Very simple pattern. Then we have the triple hi-hat, which leads into the piano. See, there, the transition is this. 3 hi-hats, which doesn't feel like a transition, right? But it works. Because it does the 3, and then there's this pause. All transitions don't need to be this thing where you take the volume and you automate it. You don't need to do that for a good transition. You can do many things. And after that transition, we go over here, and there's another one, which is a more complex one. Essentially, I'm doing utility and then gain of the utility, and I'm affecting it so it gets lower, and then it gets higher. And the point doing that is that it basically calms it down and then it raises it back up. So let's listen to that. See, that's not an amazing transition, but it works. Alone, it's a transition. Next, I add onto it because layering is also really important and it can help, make it more interesting. So then I add this onto it, which is just vital. It's very, very simple. It's vital plus noise and an oscillator, and I'm just doing an LFO on the filter. Very soft. Then I add RC20 on top alone, which this is something I learned I could do, but it makes perfect sense. You can put, effects onto MIDI without the instrument. So what RC20 is doing here, it's just a noise amount, which I don't know why I did that. I went there. So it's a riser. These are 2 just simple risers. Very simple. And then when we combine it with everything else, not perfect, but it's still, interesting. That's the first instance of that. Then I do kind of the same exact thing here. Vital, has its own internal LFO-ness automation. And the auto filter on top is just to quiet it down slightly more. Probably could have EQ'd, but this is kind of a concept thing. But we bring this second sound in. And what's nice about this, it's slightly slightly off here, but this is the right size. It doesn't line up exactly with the start of this note, but the idea is we have this riser and then the pause and then the note, and it works. So that transition is essentially just a very basic, we're not doing the utility gain here. We're just doing noise riser plus noise riser, which then ends up here with the RC20, so then there's always that, noise. Now, this one is slightly better, and this is like kind of by accident, but I have this part, which is sounds very good. I gotta click over here. So it's this higher note. Now, if we listen to it with the full thing, we have the utility and the gain, and then plus these 2 filters. This sound, the E-piano Rhodes, ducks out, so it hides itself. You can't hear it, and then it comes back in at the same time as this guy is doing its thing here, which, of course, again, not perfectly lined up, but that doesn't matter as long as it sounds good. Then we have, again, the same thing, noise risers. And together, so it kind of just it does just a little bit of like the texture and the riser. The point of this video, though, is really just I wanted to show you how simple you can do transitions. You don't need to do very complex things. Of course, more complex will be more interesting, but it's a song to song basis. So do whatever you feel is right for your song and what your song kind of wants in its mix. Um, and I also wanted to make this video because I haven't posted in 4 days, so I was like, I should get something out there. Um, and then, I'll get back into the regular swing of things in a day or so, but then I'm going to have to go, on another trip. Again, not that long, but it'll be one. So, anyways, the point being is that you guys should work on your transitions because there's a lot of people who struggle with it, myself included, and I think it's an important thing to learn. So, after you watch this video, what I want you to do is I want you to pick 2 projects that you're working on. If you have 2, if you have 1, amazing. You're doing better than me. I have like 50. Pick 2 random projects, finished or unfinished. It doesn't really matter. If you think it's finished, you should look at it again, I guess. But typically unfinished will matter more. And pick 2 projects and then spend 15 minutes in one of them. And let me open up Ableton again. Spend 15 minutes where you just go to every single point in the song where there's a change. So from here to here, because this part, now there's a new sound that comes in. And then here to here, because now we're adding in the B delay. And then from here to here, new sound. Here to here, new sound. And I want you to go to every single part that has that change and make a transition. It doesn't have to be a crazy one, it can be a simple one, but do it in every single part, even if it doesn't need a transition. Because the goal is that you get really, really good at doing transitions. So you start with something and then you add this other thing to it, and it's like makes it more complex, but also it, transitions between the 2 parts. So 2 songs, 15 minutes per each song, add as many transitions as possible between parts and just see how it sounds. Because the more you do it, the better you'll get at making interesting transitions, and then just be, calm, like not calm, but just like hidden in the background. Because a lot of transitions don't just want to be, so you're guiding your ear from one sound to the other. So you don't need this like big bombastic thing or whatever. But do that. That's the like homework. And, if you want to tag me in the video so I can review it, give you some feedback in the comments, I'm so down. But you don't need to. The idea is that you just try it and you get better at transitions. Because even if you spend 15 minutes, once a week working on some transitions, you'll get better and it will be easier. And that's a really good thing. But in any case, this video was just a post to start me back in the groove of things. I may or may not be live tomorrow, and that's not being like secretive. It's just being like, I'm not sure. I will message you guys. I will post on Instagram in the morning if I decide that I will be live, but I may not be. In any case, though, I thoroughly hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I will see you guys soon with another video or a live stream. Love every single one of you guys, and bye.